and this is Mono Blue Devotion. So I tried a little bit with this deck before Shredder was printed, and I think this is a pretty big addition because it kind of helps you find your combo pieces. It's like using the definition of combo a little bit loosely here, but essentially what you're trying to do is just amass a bunch of blue pips. You know, you have Leyline that's free, you have a bunch of double 2-drops, and then you're trying to set up either Narset Days Undoing, or you can also Fae of Wishes for, we have, you know, the Omniscience Enter the Infinite combo that we can Fae for. We have a Narset in the sideboard, so if you draw like Days Undoing plus Fae of Wishes, there's also a Days Undoing in the sideboard, so it's, you know, more copies of that combo. But yeah, essentially just trying to build up enough devotion to cast Days Undoing and Narset in the same turn with Nykthos, which is pretty achievable, especially, you know, like I said, you have all these 2-drops. You have Leyline that's free, Gadwick is you can just play as a 3-mana 3/3, which is kind of cool. You know, Brazen Borrower, all that kind of stuff. So that is what we're trying to set up. We have some additional cool targets to Fae for, like Fae for Tormod Crypt is kind of cool, because it's, you know, a 0-mana graveyard hate piece. Damping Sphere against the combo decks. You have Mass Manipulation, both Mass Manipulation and Invoke the Winds to steal creatures that you might not be able to, you know, interact with otherwise. Mass Manipulation can also hit Planeswalkers, which is kind of cool. So you can, like, against mono green, steal, you know, 2 or 3 of their Planeswalkers, which is pretty sickening. And then we also have a couple Cyclonic Rifts here, which obviously extremely powerful if you get to Nykthos those with a bunch of mana. And then we got Master Waves as kind of like, more of like a plan B, but also just a very good defensive tool, where it's like, you know, if you have 4 or 5 devotion, you play Master, make a bunch of blockers, and that buys you a couple turns, maybe makes your opponent's attacks pretty hard. So that is the deck list, and I can't wait to get into this one. It's going to be pretty fun. It's going to be fun. Do you have some way of verifying that you're actually Curd Bros? Because this hand's kind of sketchy with double Nykthos, but Leyline plus Master, it's got high upside. I'm going to keep it. It's normally me? Or is it normally you? Or is it normally the other you? Now I'm confused. What's up, Danny? I got you anytime, buddy. It's one of life's mysteries. I see. Nobody actually knows. I mean, if I draw an island, this hand's kind of cracked, right, Droid? Neoform. Cyclonic Rift is pretty good against Neoform, huh? They binned an extra Neoform. Funnily enough, they also binned this. They only play 2 of these, I think. Bro, I'm sick. I'm actually sick right now. Ow! There's only 4 in my deck! Ow! Oh. Okay, that's not good. Oh, shit. Well, it takes Cyclonic Rift and we're in a bad spot. So you need to, like, find an island? Island gets us started because they can play the Oracle. But they probably have Neoform. If they bin all these Neoforms, they probably have the extra Neoform in their hand. Like, I'd be very, very shocked if they didn't have Neoform in their hand after they bin these 2. So we just have to hope they don't hit a bunch of Time Walks. Yeah, this is Pioneer. We played 23 lands. 4 Nykthos, 2 Otawara, 2 Hall, and then the rest islands. I mean, if they miss on Time Walk, it might be okay here. Oh, shit. I didn't... Okay, well, it's Time Walk anyways. I should have obviously cast the... I had F6'd, but I should have cast the Oracle in response. It probably doesn't matter. But I obviously should have cast the Oracle in response. That's what you get for F6ing. We're just dead to a Time Walk anyways, but... Guess I could have jump blocked. Alright, let's assume I had an Oracle in play. So they Time Walk, then I can go... Yeah, okay. So they I go to 8, Time Walk, Chump Block here, go to 2. If they hit another Time Walk, then we were dead regardless, but... I'm curious to see if they hit a Time Walk here. Alright, well they had Sundering anyway, so it didn't matter. Cool. Cool. Alright, Crypt is staying in the sideboard. I don't really think we have time to Fae of Wishes for Cyclonic Rift, so I think I'd rather just draw it, have it in my deck. Gust is nuts. Dispute is decent. I think these can probably stay in the sideboard, and these I probably don't want. So we have to cut 7 cards. I think this is probably not a Master of Waves matchup. And I honestly kind of want to cut Ledger Shredder too. I guess Witness Protection is kind of awkward, because they cast Neoform and you can't... Well, I guess you can instant speed Witness Protection with Leyline out. So maybe for that reason we should keep Witness Protection. Is it possible to Living Wish for Grist? Yes. Yes, you can. Yeah, so I wonder... I mean, obviously Witness Protection is kind of awkward if we don't have Leyline, but it's probably worth keeping in, right? So just, like, cut the Shredders... And just try to like max out on interaction. Even Gadwick is interaction, right? We could just tap the Velomachus. I feel like this matchup should be pretty good. I think this looks fine. Talking about cheese curds. Dude, mozzarella sticks are goated. They're so good. It's weird. Like I'm not a really big fan of cheese curds though. Growing up every year we would go to New York and to visit my uncle. And my uncle worked at a cheese factory, so he would always get like, you know, high quality cheese and, you know, give us a bunch of it. And every time he got cheese curds and I tried them, I was just like, I was never a big fan of them. Just not my thing. I don't know if it's just like a texture thing, but all right, we keep this. It's got all interaction. No Leyline, but I might just run up Gadwick on turn 3. Well, I'm obviously going to hold up my mana, but sure. It's cool that they can't take either of these. It's not bad. A little bit of pressure. I might just run one of these out. Not sure. What about mozzarella sticks? I love mozzarella sticks. It's weird, right? Like, I like mozzarella sticks, but I don't like cheese curds. Even though they are very similar. Question is, do I want to run out a Trickster? Given that I have Nykthos plus Gadwick, I kind of do. I think it's worth running out a Trickster here, right? A little bit of pressure helps, like, you know, kind of ramp up the process with Gadwick. And they also don't know about the second Trickster, so that's pretty good. I guess I should have gave myself the option to play Gadwick, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to play Trickster this turn. Sure. I hope they go for it. That'd be dope. Okay. So I think I can afford to play... Yeah, I can afford to play the Trickster here. Because then I'll have... What, 5 mana next turn? I can Gadwick for 2. Or I can play Gadwick for 0, still hold up Gust. So, yeah, I think it's worth playing the Trickster. This card is also interaction. Like, this matchup just seems so good for us. We have so many ways to break up the combo. Real cheese cards are amazing, but the ones that are fried kind of suck. What's the difference between, like, fried cheese curds and mozzarella sticks? Like, is there really that much of a texture difference between cheese curds and, like, the cheese you find in mozzarella sticks? I feel like there's not that much of a difference, right? Alright, you may Thoughtseize me. I have 2 interactive spells. Am I a Marinara? Yes. Marinara on mozzarella sticks is based. I keep thinking that I had a Leyline in play and I could end of turn this, but I don't. Oh, they don't want to play anyways. Alright, mono interaction. Let's go. It's kind of weird to eat mozzarella sticks without marinara sauce. Just like fried cheese with nothing. Do you guys like, do you enjoy just eating cheese? Just like straight up, nothing else? It's interesting because I like to do that with cheddar. Like I used to just kind of like just take a slice of cheddar right off the block and just eat it with nothing else. But there's no other cheese that I do that with. It's only cheddar. Cheddar is based though, so, you know. Alright, I think I'm going to keep this and put back the Witness Protection. Because without Leyline, Witness Protection is not very good. Hyperjack is okay. Take Gust. Slow Borrower. It's a good draw too. Smoke cheeses. Smoke cheese like smoked Gouda. I don't know, like when I have... The only time that I usually eat smoked Gouda is like when I stuff it. When I like stuff chicken with it. That's when I eat Gouda. I don't like put Gouda on a sandwich, you know? Cheese and pear. Cheese and apples are where it's at. Especially cheddar cheese. The best grilled cheese sandwich that you'll ever eat is just like, you know, nice sliced bread, really sharp cheddar, and then sharp cheddar, and then just like thinly sliced apples. Oof. Apples and cheddar grilled cheese. Chef's kiss. Asmo's kiss. I hate Swiss cheese. American cheese is also... why do they call American cheese cheese? It's legitimately not cheese. It's processed dog shit. Like, I don't... how do you call that cheese? It's a travesty. It's an absolute travesty. I think I'm just going to play the Trickster to get some beatdowns going on. Definitely don't want to tap out this turn. But I do have 2 pieces of interaction, so I feel safe. Marinara sauce and grilled cheese. Should I play the Borrower? I think I shouldn't. I want to try and find a land here. Land is good, because now I can go attack, play Oracle, hold up 2 pieces of interaction. The land's actually really nice here. Hit push? Push should be kind of awkward. Scry 4. Do I want the Nykthos? If I keep the Nykthos, I can go tap 2 lands, tap the Nykthos, Gadwick for 1, still hold up both interactive spells. I think I'd rather just find another piece of interaction, though, right? Yeah. I don't think I want any of those. Ground up a Dono. Sound like Joe Bastianich. What's this? Abrupt Decay. Alright, fine. So they're gonna cast some sort of... Sure. Casting a Delve card. Well, they can't take the Borrower, which is nice. I guess they can take the Gust. Okay, so if their last card's Neoform, this is kind of awkward, because if I bounce the Tasigur end of turn, they can just go Tasigur plus Neoform. So... this is really awkward. Maybe I'm supposed to hold for a turn, but then they can start activating Tasigur. Which, like, I guess I could just give them back this, but... yeah, I think I'll wait a turn on that. Which I want to find one more piece of interaction. Okay, that's not exactly what we're looking for. So I think I just have to pass. Kind of a weird spot, though, because they're just not going to go for it. I am from Massachusetts. Also, if they just find their discard spell, it could get bad for us, but... I guess I might end of turn the Borrower. Yeah, I'm probably going to end of turn the Borrower here. I guess they could just have another Delve card. That'd be kind of awkward. Alright, bounce that. Probably going to activate Tasigur. You can have Velomachus. You can have that one. Awkward. We don't have a piece of interaction. So I guess I'm supposed to just Gadwick for 1? Maybe it's better to Narset here. Oh, Crypt. That's true. I could just go Fae of Wishes for Crypt. They can't play the Tasigur. We know they have Tasigur. So their hand is very likely Tasigur, Velomachus, Lorehold, Neoform, and 1 unknown card. I have not visited the Berkshires, no. I guess I could just do that, huh? That might not be awful. It's probably better than just dying, right? Alright, Crypt you, go. Tygum scheming. So now they can replay the Tasigur if they want to. It's a little awkward. Let's say if they found a land, they might be dead, but it doesn't look like they found a land. You know, would have been good last turn if I'd played the Narset, I guess, but... I mean, I could just fire this and hope they don't draw Neoform, right? Is that terrible? It's not great. What's my other option? I mean, the other option is just hope they don't have Neoform? It's so likely they have it, though, right? I mean, I win the game if they don't, right? I just go Narset, Chump Block, the next turn Days Undoing. Oh, I could hit Dispute, too. That's a good point. I could hit Dispute, which I have 2 of. I think it's better to just play Narset. Like, giving those 7 cards just feels like a losing line. Alright, we hit the Dispute, which is really fucking pog. Obviously, they could find a land, but... or have a discard spell. Well, that sucks. There's no point in casting the Dispute, right? I don't think so. I can't even dispute the Time Walk, because they can just pay. Okay, that's fine. Maybe they don't find a Time Walk. Probably win if they don't find a Time Walk. That's actually really annoying. Who did they attack? They attacked Narset, too, okay. Unfortunate. Because now they just take the Days Undoing. And they have to take this, right? I think so. Kind of surprised they attacked the Narset. Because they just had me dead in 3 hits, right? I guess attacking Narset is better... Wait, they didn't take the Days Undoing? Oh, right, because they're killing the Narset. That was an insane draw. Holy shit. You know. Legitimate business lore hold. Did I just play this for 0? No, I could play the Borrower this turn. It's fine. I'll play the Borrower. Legitimate business person. Velomachus Lorehold is green and white, and they have the other Lorehold in their hand, so I don't think they can physically win. I mean, I guess they can just try to go, like, beat down with Delve cards, but I think we can beat that setup. Maybe they have some kind of disenchant? Probably just Tassiger activate. Tygom's scheming. The weird-looking business person. Very, very aggressive business person. I would say probably not that legitimate. It is an Elder Dragon Citizen. Well, I guess it's no longer an Elder Dragon, but... Dragon Citizen has a nice ring to it. What's their out here? Because we know they have the other Lorehold in their hand. I don't think they played more than 2. We need Nykthos. Yeah, Nykthos would be nice. I would not do business with this Citizen. Yeah, I wouldn't either. I would just run the other way. It seems like a cover-up. It's got to be a Ponzi scheme, right? Oh, that's true. They did show us Abrupt Decay. That is a good point. They did show us Abrupt Decay. Very, very good point. Can we erase them? Maybe. They're at 9. Just Chadwick for 2, maybe? I think I'm at a Chadwick for 2. I'm gonna attack first. They put a card on top, but there's not a lot we can do about Abrupt Decay. Because, like, I can't cast a blue card on their turn. This isn't an instant. So, I don't really think I have any other options besides Chadwick for 2. But yeah, if they top the Abrupt Decay, we're probably dead. And they did put a card on top, so I assume that is probably the card they put on top. Because otherwise we have them dead, right? We just have their blocker attack. Okay. Duress is fine. They had to have topped the Abrupt Decay, right? It's one thing that... See, it's the only card they would even consider topping there. I don't think anything else gets them out of it. Oh, never mind. Alright, they have 1 card in hand. I will cast Fae of Wishes, and I will tap your blocker. What say you? Alright, well, cool. Top decked the legitimate business person. Cut those. This hand plays. Leyline, 2-drop, 3-drop. Can't mulligan these hands. What business do I think they're in? Some shady business. Definitely business of the shady variety. This blue-white control? Spirits. I feel like Spirits might not be a bad matchup. This card is very good against Spirits, but, you know, we need to draw some non-land cards. Pierian Eagle. Well, I guess I just won't take 2 damage then. Give me a Nykthos, maybe? Well, if I find Nykthos, that'll be pretty good. I think I'm going to end of turn the Narset, because if I play it, they just kill it. Although, if I end of turn it, they can Spell Queller it. Interesting. I still think I'm just going to pass, though. Yeah, I'm just going to pass. Could have maybe bluff attack there. Bluffing a second Trickster. Oh, no, it doesn't do anything. It's still a 2-3, yeah. Sure. So I take 7? You only need to find a Nykthos. It's going to be a little dicey if we don't. Welcome to my family. Coderific, thank you for the 15. Appreciate you, buddy. Bricked on Narset, by the way. I can go Shredder, main phase, Cyclonic Rift. Just a loot. Just bounce this. Kind of need to get a loot in here, right? Also gives me a decent-ish blocker. Yeah, I guess I can still block this thing, even if I discard a land. Can loot on their turn. Right, but I want to do other tapped out because they might have Spell Queller, right? Because they only have 2 mana up, and they obviously didn't have the 2 mana counter spell, but if I wait till their turn, they can just Spell Queller me, right? That's why I want to main phase it. Wonder if they attack Narset here. They do, okay. I'll just let Narset die. So they didn't play the Eagle, so they definitely have Spell Queller. Well, I can just play the Otawara, and then I can double spell, which is kind of nice. I can go bounce plus cast Borrower to trigger the Shredder. Okay, I'm going to let that resolve. And then again, I think while they're tapped out, I want to bounce the Shacklegeist and then cast the Borrower to trigger the Shredder. Got it. Would you say Graveyard Hate is common throughout Pioneer decks, whether it be main or sideboard? Yes, for sure. I think almost every Pioneer deck should have some sort of Graveyard Hate. Graveyard Hate somewhere in the 75. Droid, thank you for the $10. Appreciate you, buddy. I'm having a good time so far. The most mono blue deck of the mono blue decks you've ever seen. Is this lethal? Man, this matchup's got to be pretty bad. More than I think about it. We just have no removal. Like, we can't kill a single creature. So I gotta find Nykthos. Nykthos, or I have no shot. That's not gonna do it. Mod check Nykthos. I might actually win this game if I draw Nykthos, but... yeah, we're dead. Dead. Dispute's good. As far as the sideboard, targets for Fae of Wishes. Probably want to keep the Narset the Days Undoing in the sideboard. I mean, I guess I want to keep all this stuff in the sideboard. Maybe not the Rift, but maybe just cut, like... I think Master of Waves is actually pretty good, because it helps me race them. Which variant of Greasefang do I like the most? I personally like Esper, because I think Esper gets to play the most, like, the best card selection, and also... Ledger Shredder is like one of the better plans against Graveyard Hate, because you just make a giant Shredder and, you know, kind of ignore the Graveyard Hate that way. So I think Esper is probably my preferred version of Greasefang for sure. I don't know what to cut. Maybe cut a Thoracle. Doesn't block that well. I guess I can cut one Master. Maybe a Chadwick. I'll cut a Master. Matchup seems not great though. Should build a Shredder deck with 4 Bone Crusher, 4 Borrower. I mean, Shredder does play very, very well with the adventure creatures. This hand's really good. Like, this hand is exceptional. Do you not play Thassa, God of the Sea? No, I there's no Thassas. Maybe it could be in this deck, but... this deck is not really a beatdown deck, you know? It's like, Thassa's more of an aggressive card. Because obviously it's just a 3-mana 5/5 that's hard to kill. But this deck is much more trying to, like, set up a combo. You know, it's trying to assemble, for example, like, you know, Narset plus Days Undoing. It's more of, like, focused on that stuff and card advantage more than it is, like, attacking people. I'm going to play the Trickster here. I don't really care if they counter it. Interesting. Play Nykthos, go to combat. I think I'm just going to pass here. Yeah, I'm just going to pass, hold up all my mana. So if they play a spell, I think I'm going to respond and go Shredder plus Dispute. Thoughts on that? I think I like that. So respond with Shredder, and then dispute this. So we can trigger the Shredder. Yep, that one's going out of here. I could have kept the Nykthos and just jammed to like a giant Chadwick. Right, so I go 5, play second Nykthos. -2 is 3, +5 is 8. Play this for 5. Maybe that was better. Shacklegeist. So they're representing Dispute. I don't really want to run my Gadwick into Dispute. Okay, that's good for me. Well, now I'm just going to jam the Gadwick main phase, right? Do I discard... I probably just discard land, right? Then I can just go Gadwick for 2. Yeah. Okay. So Gadwick for 3. I'm going to main phase it so they can't dispute it. I really want to resolve this Gadwick. I know I could hold it up, but... because I feel like if we resolve this Gadwick, we're a pretty huge favorite. I'm just going to pass. Like, honestly, now, even if they, like, Coco with the double Lord, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, we have 9 mana, which is not quite enough to go Granted plus Overload. Plus they have the Wanderer too, but... yeah, Trickster's nice. Probably are going to cast Coco. Eagle, that's fine. So we get hit for 6. Okay. Oh boy! Oh boy, that's a lot of mana. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 8. Second Nykthos, -2 is 6, +8 is 14, 15 mana. Which is Fae, down to 11, Rift with 4 floating. So I guess they can trade the Rift for the Wanderer and a Dispute if they have Dispute. Would Granted into Narset plus Daze be good? The issue with that is I am behind on board. And the other problem is I can't do it on their turn. Like, I can't draw step it because I need to play the second Nykthos. I should have Omniscience in the sideboard. I do. Oh, I guess I could get Omniscience, right? But that loses the Dispute, right? Yeah, that line just loses the Dispute, right? What if they have Dispute? I only have 15 mana. So 15 mana, minus 4 from the Fae is 11. I only have 1 floating with the Omniscience. Yeah, but I'm trying to play around Dispute, you know? I know, but I'm trying to play around Dispute. This is really tough. I guess I could just pass and try to, like, do some Trickster shenanigans this turn. I could just, like, Trickster plus Master. Yeah, honestly, and just tap stuff with Gadwick. I'm just gonna pass. I could just play Setup this turn. And I can make so much more mana next turn to play around everything. Guess I can get in there with Gadwick. It's kind of free. Narset plus Undoing. Again, that line is not great against Dispute. Well, also, it's fine against Dispute because I can pay for it. The issue with Narset Undoing is I am behind on board, right? That's the issue with that line. That's fine. Targets. Probably target Shredder. Okay, so let's respond. No, I don't want to make white mana. Let's make blue. Let's play Trickster. Gadwick, tap down Shacklegeist. And then the Trickster is going to tap down the Eagle. Trickster, tap down Eagle. And then I can play Master to loot with the Shredder. Can tap the Wanderer. Or they might counter this, I don't really care. Okay, that's fine. So I get 2 loots. Don't need this Narset. So they Queller the Master. I don't really care about that. I think that's fine. I can even play the Narset too. Because they're not going to be able to attack anything this turn. Because this is going to get tapped. Yeah, I'd rather just play the Narset. Honestly, I kind of want to bait out the, Dispute. So I'll discard Trickster. That gets tapped. Shredder dies, that's fine. Yeah, this is fine. Tap this. See if there are less cards Dispute. It is, that's fine. But you just win with Fae of Wishes, so it doesn't matter. The Fae ends the game. Granted. Tap your Portable Hole. I would love to use this ability. I will get... Ooh, how much can I steal with Mass Manipulation? Can I steal all of their stuff? 2, 4, 6, 9. So 9 plus 3 is 12, 13. So 13 minus 4 is 9. Yeah, I can just steal all their stuff, right? That's way better. I'm just gonna steal all of your stuff. Oh, but they have this. Okay, so I guess we'll leave them with the Wanderer, and I'll leave 2 floating. That's fine. All right. Dab something. You can keep a 2/2. That's fine. I'll let you keep the 2/2. You can have a 2/2. I'll take everything else, thanks. This deck is sweet. Just need to open Leyline every game. This doesn't have Leyline, but it does have a pretty good curve with Dispute. I think this hand's fine. Like, Leyline is the best card to have in your opening hand, obviously, but I think you can keep hands without it. I did promise a 5-0. Well, second Dispute's pretty good. Probably just going to fire it off on whatever they play. Yeah, get out of here. You want to fight over it? That's fine. Let it go. Interesting. Okay, pretty good draw. Pretty good draw. Gonna hold up Spell Queller. I think they'll Spell Queller my Trickster. Kind of want them to. Whatever. That means they don't have Queller up, so now I could probably just jam the Narset, right? What's the worst that happens if I jam Narset? They have end of turn Rattle Chains? But then I can just go Trickster with Dispute up next turn. I guess worst case scenario is they resolve Coco? I'm just gonna play the Narset. I guess they could have a second Dispute, but... God damn it, it's the second time I bricked on Narset today. Alright, they have a Sailor. So now if they have any Spirit, they can kill my Narset. It's a little unfortunate, but... Narset down. I think I just Oracle here? Oracle, hold up Trickster. Probably tap something. Definitely do not want either of those. Is it me or just people play a ton of jank in Pioneer leagues? I mean, Pioneer is definitely a format where I think Pioneer is, in my opinion, a format you can definitely brew a lot more than in Modern. It's really, really hard to brew in Modern when 4-color is the best deck. At least, that's just my opinion, you know. Tap this thing. So I think Pioneer is a lot more wide open in terms of, you know, decks that you can actually... in terms of brewing, right? It's Combat Eagle. I guess they didn't want to run the Dispute. Makes sense. It's not good. Alright, pass. I think we're looking kind of dead. Winota being banned opened up a lot of the brews too. Exactly, yeah. A lot of brews that people were playing pre-Winota ban just like really didn't compete with Winota itself. So it was like really, really hard to brew when Winota was, you know, putting so much pressure on the format. But I think that Winota ban definitely opened up a lot of space. I don't think we have any outs, right? Yeah, because I can't even resolve Cyclonic Rifts. A little unfortunate. I think our opening hand was good, just draws didn't pay. Strategies that are good against 4-color and Modern. So I think Mono Green is like a much easier deck to attack in Pioneer than 4-color is in Modern. That's kind of how I look at it. We thought about using Tapper to ambush Flyers instead of just keeping them from attacking. Tapper to ambush Flyers instead of keeping them from attacking. I guess maybe. I think I want to lead on Shredder here. Been to Cruise. Yeah, Dan's definitely playing Phoenix. I wonder how our Phoenix matchup is. Probably not the best, because they're very good at killing a lot of creatures. Max discard Phoenix, huh? I think I'm gonna play Oracle here. I can play Leyline next turn. I don't think I want Cyclonic Rift. I think I want to try and find a better payoff. Rift is not actually that good against them, I think. So I'd rather just try and find a better payoff. If you're looking to get 2 negative on Modern games just to super skill to play a good deck. See, here's the thing. I like everything about the Modern format except 4-color. I think everything else is fine, to be completely honest with you. Maybe the gameplay is a little bit too, you know, MH2-centric, but I just, like... I just can't get behind playing against 4-color. It's just such a miserable experience, in my opinion. Ooh, they missed on land. That's good for me. Just slammed this Leyline. Just kind of dope. A lot easier to deal with combo than blue value. Exactly, yeah. Like, when the 4-color deck is playing its own copies of Magus of the Moon, that's when, like, you know, that's when you know you have a problem. The 4-color deck, the deck that has 4 colors of mana, is literally playing Magus of the Moon. Sometimes even in the main deck. Like, that's just not okay. I know, right? Yeah, that's kind of the same reason they banned Astrolabe. So let's go Trickster into Oracle. Didn't, like, pay for a dispute or something. Kind of cool that we get to respond to this. I guess we can't pay for dispute, but... We kill the Oracle? Sure. That is fine. I guess they're going to kill both of my things, which makes my Nykthos worse, but... Maybe we can find a Master of Waves. Don't really think I want a Shredder here. Okay, well, we have no creatures. Go. What's up, Daniel? What's up, Max? 4-color is making Modern kind of stale. I prefer the way Modern games play because tempo's an actual thing. There's no tempo in Pioneer. It's all about super aggro card advantage going at the top. Not necessarily a bad thing because some people... I mean, there are some tempo decks. Like, Spike's deck is definitely... I would classify as a tempo deck for sure, right? They probably have a removal spell here. I wonder if I shouldn't even play the Oracle. I mean, I do kind of want to find some gas here, but... Yeah. Third axe, Jesus. A lot of axes. How many cruises? Is that all 4 cruises? It's 3. Some of these crazy Phoenix players only play 3 crews, which I think is insane, but... There's a master. Take that. I don't think I need to main phase it. I'll just pass. Passing because I might be able to witness protection of Phoenix if he puts that back into play, and then I get another token off the master. Yeah, Mono Blue Spirits is definitely a tempo deck, too. You have a way to get our deck empty for Oracle? No, it's mostly just like, you know, it's just like a fine 2-drop that finds you some other good cards. Okay, that's fine. So, the question is, do I eat an Arclight Phoenix? Because I'm obviously going to cast Witness Protection on one of them. Oh, I can't eat it, because this thing... Okay, yeah. That's fine, then. You know, it's kind of awkward. I gave them a green and white creature to block my master. That's really awkward. I guess I could trade a token for it. But I think I'd rather just take 4, and then just end-step the master. Yeah, this is way better, right? It's just a 2-turn clock. Alright, you're 5. They can't kill Master. I assume they can't kill Master. Spirits, I guess. Yeah, Spirits is definitely tempo. There's, like, the non-Phoenix blue-red decks are definitely tempo. They have Time Walk? They don't have Iteration, though. So this should be fine, I think. They hit Sokinzon, Opt, Axe, Iteration, Cruise. They do have the 4th Cruise, okay. What non-Phoenix blue-red decks? I mean, Spike was doing really well with this Delver deck. What is the Master? It makes a 2-1, it's a 2-1 pro-red, and it makes a 2-1 elemental for each, well, technically a 1-0, but it makes a 2-1 elemental for each of your devotion. So play this, got 4 devotion, make 4 tokens. See that those Pioneer intro decks have been confirmed. I saw they were leaked, I didn't see they were confirmed, though. That's kind of cool. Yeah, Todd's been playing a Pyromancer deck, too, that he's been doing well with. I think that's another example of a, you know, a non-Phoenix tempo blue-red deck. Yeah, Master Waves has to be your best card in this matchup, right? They just don't have a good, clean answer to it. Okay. They're cruising. So we're going to leave blockers back. And even if I find a single removal spell, they're still not dead. I mean, obviously my best draw is the other Master, but... Our Cocodex tempo? Kind of. Yeah, I guess you could classify them as tempo, sort of. Like the Humans deck, maybe. I mean, the Humans deck has Reflector Mage. That's kind of a tempo card. Strategic Planning. Also, they have 14 cards in their deck, by the way. I don't know if that's going to matter, but probably not. Found the 3rd Phoenix, that's awkward. That is not a good draw. Can't attack with the Master because they just trade. This thing's not red anymore. You can probably watch the VOD. I'm sure he'll put it on YouTube too. He went 9-1, so I would assume he's going to put at least one, if not both of those on YouTube. I had a Giant Killer to Humans and I like it a lot so far. Yeah, Giant Killer seems like a cool addition. It's like that additional, that 9th 1-drop that we were trying. Like, I think we had 1 copy of Kithian, and that was pretty marginal. So as the extra 1-drop, I don't hate it. Sometimes you just, like, if you have a draw involving Lieutenant, you really just want to put something into play on turn 1, you know? They have a Time Walk. I am dead. Alright, so I don't think Gust is very good against Phoenix. I'm going to be honest with you. I guess I want the Disputes. Definitely keeping in all the Masters. This card seems not great. I don't mind keeping a couple for Shredder if he potentially has that. Maybe he can shave an Oracle. Actually, Rift is kind of bad against them. Yeah, I'll cut a Rift. No, the Crypt is in the sideboard for the Fae of Wishes, which I think, as a 4-mana play, I think that's a pretty reasonable 4-mana play. How do you feel about unbanning Inverter? I would prefer Inverter to stay banned. Unless they want to ban Dig Through Time. And or Treasure Cruise, but they've clearly stated they don't want to do that. That's in the thing in the Ice Blue Red deck. I feel like they're still worse than Phoenix, but it's weird. Like, I think if you're playing Izzet, I think you want to play, like, some mixture of Phoenix, Thing in the Ice, Shredder. So I think, like, the way that I envision it is you want to have all 12 of those somewhere in the 75, right? So I think it's probably best to go, like, 4 Phoenix, 4 Shredder, and, like, 2 Things main deck. I think you still want to play Phoenix. It just like with the time walk, I mean, I guess like you also have the Drake is good with the time walk too, but it just gives you a lot more access to like free wins with the time walk. So I think you still want to be playing Phoenix. Maybe it's like a situation where you just play Phoenix main deck, and then post-board games you just cut all of your Phoenixes and play Drakes, right? So you're like Turbo Phoenix game 1, and then you just get to board into all of the Haymakers, like Thing in the Ice and Drake. Maybe that's the best way to do it. You bring in Sphere. No, again, I think it's a Fae of Wishes target. So like these weird one-ofs in my sideboard, they're mostly just Fae of Wishes targets. Sand sucks. Okay. Can work with this. Put back the second Oracle, I think. Then we have Oracle to try and find land 3 to slam Narset, maybe. Thoughts on single Sun Pillar Grove as my 21st land? Probably fine. I think one's probably okay. Ooh. That's a banger. It's definitely a banger. If he has Dispute, which one would I rather have him counter? I don't know, it's kind of close. Like, I do really want my 4th land, so it's possible that I'm supposed to just lead with Shredder here, but okay, that's totally fine. I can live with that. So, I will take the Nykthos. Yeah, I'll take the Nykthos. And I think I'm just going to main phase the Narset to play around Dispute. Yeah, I don't want to get disputed. Guess I should have attacked first, but... Alright. Well, the jig is up. The jig is now officially up. I could have just not revealed it, right? I kind of just chose to put nothing in my hand. Because I didn't want him to know what was up, but he probably assumed that I had that in my deck. Cool. Sick. Alright, next game. See ya. Out of here. I don't blame him, to be honest with you. Is there a world where we don't minus player on Strangle? Maybe. I hadn't thought about that, but that might be correct. Running 2 Elite Spellbinder main, by the way. I think that's good. I think, like, as long as you have 4 Archon of Emeria and, like, 4 copies of... Well, probably 4 Skyclave. I think Skyclave is the best FTK or, you know, what's that card called? Fiend Hunter. Fiend Hunter-esque type effect. As long as you have, like, 4 Skyclaves and 4 Archon of Emeria somewhere in the 75, likely a split of, like, some number main, some number board, I think you're fine. Spellbinder's okay, too. I'm, like, a little less high on Spellbinder, but... Is this hand good? It's kind of medium, but we have Oracle to potentially fix our draw, and we also have Shredder, so I think I'm going to keep it, although it really needs a ley line, obviously. I actually don't like Scavenge Ooze that much. Again, with 8 elves, I think you just want to focus on 1s and 3s. I think I should lead on Shredder. It's just highest upside. It's likely going to die, but... Let's see a Strangle. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Rending Volley. I will discard a land. I don't need that shit. It's got 3 cards left. I think my plan is end of turn Rift the Shredder and try to dispute it on the way back down. So I'm going to pass here. I could also potentially just go Trickster at this turn, hold up Dispute, which is maybe better. This is awkward. I guess I just fire off the Dispute. Well, no, I should Trickster first, right? Because if I Trickster first and tap the Shredder, and then they fight over the Dispute, they don't get to connive. So I think I should go Trickster first, so they don't connive. Well, I guess if they fight over the Trickster, they can connive, but then I could just dispute the Shredder, which is also kind of fine, right? Yeah, if they fight over this, they can connive, but it's probably better to just fight over the Dispute, which is kind of making it obvious that I have Dispute here, but... If I tried Shredder with Hardened Scales yet? No, but I have a build that I was considering trying. I just haven't gotten around to trying it yet. 3-mana Thalia. I think it's a good sideboard card. It's like a 2 of. I don't know if I like it main deck, but I don't hate 2 in the sideboard if you got room. Yep, that's fine. So now they get to loot twice, which is really bad for me. I do get to dispute the Shredder, though, which is not bad. Even though they're conniving again. It's really unfortunate. They discarded a land. They haven't played a land this turn. They definitely could have a land. Okay, they can't cruise, which is good. They can cruise next turn, but... I think I just go Oracle... Oracle Pass? Really think I want to dispute here. Might try to, like, bounce this EOT. Just to get some tempo. Could bounce it in response. I bounce it in response, they can't loot. Unless they have a dispute as their last card. But then they're looting away with no cards in hand. Yeah, I'll actually just bounce it now. Post Cyber at Discord until we get lost in here. Okay, I gotcha. I'll take a look after the stream. You could even just DM me too, because if it gets lost in the Discord, I might forget. So they're gonna replay the Shredder. They don't get to connive with it because the Shredder is their second spell, which is kind of good. But if they found a cruise, that's pretty bad for me. Okay, no cruise. We don't really have much going on here, though. Go. What's up, Corey? I know. Can I stop drawing lands? Please? Pretty please? Like a Narset or something. Narset's so good against Shredder. Totally fine by me. I do not really care about that. A-okay with me. They don't attack, which does make sense. They can block the Borrower. Obviously not going to cast Rifts. Ooh! That is a very, very interesting draw step. So I have access to 2, 4, 7 mana? 7 mana, huh? It's not actually that much. If I wanted to trigger the Shredder, or if I was okay with triggering the Shredder, I could go Granted plus Narset. I mean, what's the worst case scenario, right? They only have one card in hand, and even if they loot into a cruise, we're going to have a Narset in play. So they can't cruise, right? And we can just go block Phoenix, Narset goes to 1. So I think that's actually fine here. I guess I could also just Overload. That's like a reasonable line too. I could just fucking Overload. But if I Overload, they just get to go Shredder, Phoenix, loot with Shredder. Demonic Tutors, thank you so much for the raid, buddy. Appreciate you. Hope you had a good stream. Welcome, welcome everybody from Demonic Tutors stream. I think I'm gonna go with the Granted line. I know they get to loot, but I think that's okay. I guess if they loot a spell here, it's awkward because I don't really have a good block on the Shredder. I guess they could also just have a removal spell for the Borrower too. Alright, well, let's take the day's undoing. Hopefully the Narset survives. Hopefully they drew 2 cruises. Come on, 2 cruises, pause champ. Don't have a removal spell. Just have 2 cruises. Come on, 2 cruises. Tom Cruise. For those of you just joining, if you're new to the stream, be sure to hit that follow button. Doesn't cost you anything, would be greatly appreciated. Yeah, deep in the tanks. I mean, if they found a removal spell, it's pretty obvious, right? Just kill the Borrower, kill the Narset. So I don't know what they could be thinking. I mean, if they have Phoenix, they can kill the Narset. I don't know what they're thinking. There's also maybe an argument to just not use the Narset that turn and keep it at 5. But the problem with that is, even if Narset's at 5 and they have a removal spell for Borrower, they just go kill Borrower and then they have 5 power, so I think it's kind of pointless to do that. Deep in... They are really deep in the tank. Really, really deep in the tank. Can't imagine what they're thinking about here. What you got? What you got, Dan? Maybe they drew pieces? And they're like... Well, no, because if they had pieces, they don't have enough mana to go, like... This thing's 3 to flashback, right? Well, I guess they could have a land. But, if they hit pieces, they just cast it, try to find a removal spell, right? Like... Next turn you could bounce Phoenix, and then days they will draw off Connives and lose all. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if I get to untap with Narset in play, we're probably fine. I think we win the game if we get to untap with Narset in play. I just gotta make sure to play around Dispute, you know? Yeah, Narset's really good against Shredder. Alright, I will block. I will make the only block that I can. So I guess I can go Trickster first to make it so they lose everything with the Days Undoing. It does give... Oh, it doesn't give them a loot because I have the Narset. Oh, no, it does give them a loot. How much do I care about them looting once? I feel like it's probably just better to cast the Days Undoing. I'm just going to cast it. Rift first. It still gives them a card, right? Also, if they respond to the Days Undoing... I'll pay. Pierce plus Dispute? What is this? Wait, why didn't they just Galvanic Iteration Spell Pierce? Oh, because I had 4 mana. Right, okay. Because I had 4 mana, I see. So they're iterating to try and find exactly disputes? They found Spikefield Hazard? Wow. Okay. Well, now I could just bounce the Shredder, right? Alright, go, I guess. Yeah, they must have hit it off of... Wow, that's so insane! They drew exactly Spikefield Hazard? That's so sick, dude. So lucky. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's probably a 1 of 2. Because they already have 1 in play. There's no way they play more than 2. I mean, I don't think there's much I can do about that. I'm not supposed to play around that, I think. Crazy. Absolutely insane. I mean, that's why Gul-Dukat wins everything, you know. Gul-Dukat's got the MTGO premium, and I drew, you know, fucking 6 lands off of the Days Undoing. Guess maybe it might have been better to play the Leyline first, but... I should probably play this land. I guess I can still play the Days Undoing, or I can still play the Leyline off of this. You lose this game 1% of the time. I would say probably less than 1%. Crazy. I just want to get more mana into play, and then I can maybe set up Fae of Wishes next turn, when I have a lot more mana. That's why I'm not going to play the Fae this turn. But I do have extra cards in my hand to discard to Fae, so that's kind of nice. You PM me on here? Okay. I know, right? There's a lot of nonsense in the MH2s. Okay. They're killing a Shredder. So I'll discard a land. And I guess I'll discard a land. Alright, deck. Abrade the Shredder. God, what an unfortunate game. 1 of... Feels bad, man. The 1 of feels bad, man. I don't think I can realistically play around Spikefield Hazard. Especially when they already have 1 in play, right? Like, ugh. God, that's so sick. So sick. Go. That's a frustrating loss. These decks don't play with fire. They usually don't even play Spikefield Hazard. I'm not even sure why this card's in his deck. I guess it's like a quote-unquote land that you can discard to Shredder and pump it up. They don't usually play this card. They played the Trickster, they would have gone 0 loots. It's mana neutral with the Nykthos. Yeah, but it's worse if they have Dispute, because I don't have as much mana. Like, you notice how I had 4 mana left over when I cast the thing. If I play the Trickster first, I don't think I have enough mana. Oh, I guess, no, you're right, because it is mana neutral. Maybe I just screwed that up. Yeah, you're probably right, actually. Because if I play the 2/2 first, yeah. Well, they still would have got a loot, right? So they still would have drawn the Spikefield Hazard off of... Like, the issue is they had 1 loot that turn, right? And they drew the Spikefield Hazard off of their loot. You know what I mean? Like, it still would have been the same thing, because I would have triggered their Shredder. So they would have still drawn the Spikefield. Get to connive, which means they still find the Spikefield Hazard. It doesn't change anything. It doesn't change a single thing. Llanowar Elves. It's a good Cyclonic Rift matchup. Alright, so I'm going to pass. I'm going to wait till they put a spell in the stack, and then I'll play Shredder in response to their first spell, so that when they play their second spell, I get to connive. I'll probably just discard Days Undoing. We'll see what we draw. Yeah, I don't need the second Days Undoing. I just want to try and find the Narset. Narset or Cyclonic Rift. I feel like this matchup should be good, but we'll see how it plays out. Okay, how much mana do they have with the card next turn? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 2, 4, 5. Untap, 5 minus 2 is 3 plus 4 is 7. They can Karn with 3 floating? I only have 3 mana here. I mean, I could just Thassa's Oracle to try and find Narset. And then I'll have 2, 4, 5. I guess no, I won't have enough, right? Kind of awkward. Or is it 6? I guess I can't really pressure Kiora that well. I'm just going to go Nykthos pass. See what's up. Yeah, I'm just going to pass. I guess, probably should have attacked the Kiora for 2. Yeah, I'm not blocking anything with it. I guess they can lead on Troll. Sure. I guess they can go play a land. Yeah, hit a land off this, play a land from hand, untap Nykthos, and then have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Play Oath. So they're not carding me? Okay, I'm going to discard this extra Leyline, I think. Then I'm just going to play Thassa's Oracle. Okay. So we know they have Troll Karn in hand. Okay. That's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. Why they didn't play Karn there? So they have Troll Karn Nykthos. Play Oracle. Alright, there's the Narset. So I have 5 mana, which is not quite enough that I need. Very, very close, but close is not what we're looking for. It's so likely I die, right? Well, the problem is if I put the Narset on top, I can't draw a land, right? The Thassa's Oracle doesn't put the Narset into my hand, it puts it on top. And I can't Narset into a land. That's the issue here. I'm trying to think if I take a land, does that give me anywhere? And I played Oracle with the Ledger trigger on the stack. And I played Oracle with the Ledger on the stack. I don't have enough mana to do that. I could have played an Oracle with response to their Cavalier to get an extra loot instead of playing the Oracle, but I didn't have enough mana. I mean, I guess I could just cast Days Undoing. Just, like, hope that's good enough. In which case, I just take a land. Because the Days Undoing does get rid of the Storm, and it gets rid of, I mean, they're likely just to find more threats, but... This is not easy. I take a land, I have 6 mana. Yeah, I think my best out is just, like, Days Undoing and hope they brick. Because, like, if I let them untap with all of this stuff in hand, we're so fucked. So I guess it's better to draw step the Days Undoing, just so they get one less card. Yeah. Yeah, on their draw step. Can actually witness protection one of their elves now. Might be better to wait, save it for a Cav. Yeah, it's probably better to save it for a Cav. Is that better than just Oracle for Narset than Master of Waves? I mean, letting them untap with all of these in hand... I don't know, maybe it's just a spot where I just kind of have to hope they brick. They definitely didn't brick, but... Cast Shredder in then Days? Yeah, I had 5 mana. I could have played the Shredder first. You're right, I should have played the Shredder first. Yeah, because I could have just folded 5, played Shredder, played Days. That would have been better. I think I need more ley lines. I think I just want to make this thing bigger. I do get to loot with the Witness Protection, which gets me one closer to... Well, I guess I have this, but... So they hit a Forest. Might not be dead this turn. And we can set up the combo, because we have Narset Fae of Wishes. We have 9. Haven't used Kiora yet, so they can Kiora the Nykthos and then Storm again. So Storm with 5 floating, still haven't used Kiora yet. And maybe we're supposed to use the Kiora before the Storm, but... It's like Kiora untap and then cast the Storm, because if they hit a second Kiora, that's better. Okay, depending on what's left over, that is technically a brick. Think what else they have. 12. Okay. They have 15 mana with a Karn. So I guess they just get Statue? They get Statue, we can just go Witness Protection the Cav and then kill their Karn. Which technically leaves them on no threats left, right? Yeah, we just Witness Protection in response. We also get a loot out of it, if that matters. We just loot away lands. This kills the Karn anyways. Only have 5 Devotion, which is not, you know... I mean, we can play spells through the Godpharaoh statue, but... Okay, they're just doing that, which is good for us. That is very, very good for us. Okay, so how much mana can I make? Definitely have to kill the card this turn. Legitimate business, Cav, yeah. Oh yeah, 6 Devotion with the Witness Protection. Yeah, okay. So 6 Devotion, which is 2, 6. Play Nykthos, -2 is 4, +6 is 10, 11 mana. And I only need 10 to set up the combo, right? Yeah, I can just clear the card and then combo them if I want. Right? Because... Oh, no, because I don't have the other piece in hand. Right, okay. So, I guess what we're going to do is, step 1, clear Karn. Step 1, definitely clear Karn. Is 11 enough for Rift? No, because you need 6 for this, and then you need 9 for the Rift. So that's 15 total, so not quite enough. I can Rift next turn, but... Do we play Gaia Reach? No Gaia Reach. That'd be a cool one on the sideboard, though, with Narset. I think I'm supposed to just pass. Like, go land pass, and I can play both of these, I believe. So it's 6, 7, 8. This is 5, 9. I can only play one of these, but... I guess if that's the case, it's probably better to just play Hall of Storm Giants. You just go like Hall Pass. 2, 4, 5. So that's 6, 7, 8. 6. Yeah, I'm just gonna play Hall and Pass. Hall Pass. Love it. OGT. Sure. That's fine. OGT resolves. As long as we dodge a payoff. So we have to dodge a payoff for a couple of turns, but 3 mana. What's this? Payment discard raider regarding the sideboard. Yeah, I'll get to you later. I got you though. We'll chat later. All right, they're making a bunch of 2/2s. I think I can maybe beat a bunch of 2/2s. They're gonna let me kill the Cav, huh? So I guess I'm just gonna go Trickster. Tap the OGT. Unfortunately, I can't play anything else. We can go eat the Cav, eat the Witness. Or eat the Elf, excuse me. They get no Cav trigger because of the business person. Sure. Okay, it's fine. So... Now we have 2, 4, 6, 7. So that's 1, 2, 7. Play Nykthos. 7 minus 2 is 5. Plus 7 is 12. 14. 14, huh? I lose a Devotion doing this? Yeah, but I gain 1 off the Trickster. Maybe it would have been better to keep the other Devotion. And I block the second up instead. You probably need the Devotion point for Witness. Well, I mean, it cuts off their Devotion, but I guess they have enough mana where it probably doesn't... That's probably less relevant than keeping 1 Devotion on my side. What else can I Fae for? I mean, I could just pass again. It's probably good to kill the Kiora. Because that cuts off draw steps if they find another troll or something. Could just, like, kill Kiora, play land, pass, cast some stuff on their end step, and then untap with a shit ton of mana. I think I'm gonna do that. No, we'll just play land pass. Can do some stuff next turn. Yeah, killing Kiora cuts off a lot of their mana, and it also cuts off a lot of draw steps. Sure, that's fine. Joke's on me, they hand the Kiora anyways. Wow. Okay, well I can instant speed Fae for Gust. Right? So I can go 7 mana. Yeah, so 7 mana granted for Gusts. And then have exactly enough to cast Gusts. I guess this doesn't really get me anywhere. right? 4 mana for Gust. I guess I loot. Discard Oracle, I think. You have enough mana for Enter the Infinite and Thoracle. Well, the issue with that is they have the Godfarer statue, right? I guess I just take 8. At 6. I assume they put it on top, right? Yeah. Well, I guess I could... Can I just Cyclonic Rift them? How much do we have? 2, 4, 6, 7. So that's 2, 7. Minus 2 is 5. Plus 7 is 12. 15. Which is 6 plus 9. Yeah, I can just Cyclonic Rift them. What if I just did that? Yeah, I think I'm just going to Cyclonic Rift them. So let's go make blue. I hope I didn't miscount. 12, yeah, 15. I would love to use this ability. I will get Cyclonic Rifts. I will cast with Overload. Alright, I will attack you. Your turn. So, I mean, I guess they can play Storm the Festival, but, like, is that even that good? Can't need both Nykthos. Well, I want to keep the backup Nykthos because I might want to, like, Fae plus use it next turn, which requires a lot of mana. So that's kind of why I wanted to keep the extra Nykthos. Hadouken! I mean, I assume they just go, like... Oh, never mind. I was going to say, I assume they just Storm, but now they can't even play the statue. Most of the person who's saying do it on draw step. Oh, okay, I gotcha. I don't think we need this Witness Protection. So the other hand is Kiora. It's Kiora Elf Statue and 2 unknowns, right? Or Kiora Elf Statue, 1 unknown. Yeah, Kiora Elf Statue plus their draw step. So I guess they can go like Kiora Elf here. They can't Storm, right? Kiora 1 floating. Yeah, they're 1 short of storming. So they go untap to 5 mana. So yeah, they're 1 short of storming. Now we Narset Days Undoing. I think I have enough mana for that, right? I should have enough mana for that, right? I can also Trickster first for more mana off the Nykthos. Right? Oh, but I have 1 less card to discard. Okay, how much mana do I have? 2, 4, 6, 7. So 7... It's 15, right? The same as last turn. So 15 would be 4, 5, 6 to activate. Which I have 9 floating. I'm 1 short, right? Oh, no, because I can play the Fae and then activate, right? I can go play Fae and then Nykthos twice. So I go tap 2, play Fae. I now have 2, 4, 6, 8 Devotion. 8 minus 2 is 6 plus 8 is 14. 15. Yeah, right? Yeah, I guess I can also... No, but if I play Trickster first, I don't have 2 cards to discard, because I need to be able to keep the Narset and the Nykthos. So yeah, this works, though. This should work. So we go play Nykthos. Can go activate, discard, discard. Play Narset. Sure, I'll discard Rifts. And then we go activate 10. Sure, I'll get Rifts. Doesn't really matter. Granted. I should have attacked first. Whatever, it's fine. Days Undoing. I definitely should have attacked first, but whatever, it's fine. I guess it's maybe better to protect, but I don't know. I played this game a little loose, you know? Little loose. Did they actually draw Storm the Festival? They have 10 mana. They have 17 mana. What did they draw? Draw Voracious Hydra? X equals 15. Okay, that's fine. I can beat that. That I can beat. We also shouldn't have activated Narset. Yeah, probably not. I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be fine. They're attacking Narset. Just let Narset die, maybe? Yeah, I got enough stuff going on. This should be fine. I could just do it again. Could just do it again. I guess I want to probably bounce the Hydra here. Can I go... Oh, I don't have the Narset. Right. I can Fae for the Narset, though, right? So we can go Thassa's Oracle. I guess I could also Witness Protection this. I have the Witness Protection in my hand. Take, I don't know, Trickster. So then this is 8, play second Nykthos, -2, 6, plus 8, 14. 14, which is 4, 5, 6. That leaves me with 8. Yeah, that's enough, right? Plus the bounce spell. Should be enough. This is 15. So 15 minus 2 is 13. Minus 4 is 9. Get Narset. Narset 3. Bounce spell. And Narset 6. Bounce spell 4. Days Undoing. Get Mass Manipulation? I guess we could just do that, too. Maybe that's better. I guess that's probably better, right? So discard Island and Shredder. Cast granted. Well, I can only Mass Manipulation for 1, right? I mean, I guess stealing the Hydra is probably good enough. I mean, at that point, I would just do this. Right. Yeah. So just steal this. I don't know. Witness Protection this. There you can go. I don't know. Attack you. I'm just clicking buttons at random at this point. I'm just clicking buttons at random. I know. Well, I guess they could... I don't know. I guess they could hypothetically draw Storm. They draw another Hydra. They can't fight this, though, right? We just bounce it, so... I think we're okay. Hydra for 15. Yeah, they can't fight, so... I took a lot of time to win this game, and I probably didn't need to. Alright, I will tap your homie. Attack you. You were dead. They're definitely just trying to time me out. I did take a lot more time than I needed to that game, for sure. Okay. So we're going to bring in Gust. I definitely want to keep all the high-impact stuff in the sideboard. So, like, all 3 of these definitely want to stay in the board. Both of these are insane. These want to stay in the board. So I think it's just the Gust. What is our weakest card against them? I don't know. I like all of our cards. Maybe Master of Waves. Master of Waves is not the best against Voracious Hydra. But it does give us a lot of blockers for stuff like Cav. Take Omniscience. I can always pay for Omniscience. Maybe I got like the Masters in 1 Gadwick. Let's try to be a little bit more interactive. I don't know, Gadwick is... I feel like they can just go bigger than Gadwick, right? No, Leyline's the nuts. You definitely don't want to cut Leyline. I think Leyline's the best card in this deck. I think I'm going to try something like that. Their deck just goes so much bigger than Gadwick. It's a lot of protecting witnesses. This hand is weird, but I kind of want to try it. Yeah, it's a Dono. Should be in the title. Pretty sure I'm just witnessing that. They're not 4 Gadwicks. It's kind of a brick sometimes. You don't want to draw 2 copies always, and I don't know. It's a fine card. I think it's a fine 2 of. I don't think it's like crazy or anything. Alright, land go. Yeah, Merset. They have a Kiora. Kiora's fine. So they're gonna play an elf. Okay. Ooh. They decided not to attack. I want to get this into play just for devotion purposes. Could have maybe upkeeped it, but... I think I'm just going to attack Kiora. I guess... maybe I should Witness Protection the other elf? You're chump blocking, huh? Alright, I'm just going to Witness the other elf then. I guess chump blocking means I lose a devotion, so I guess that makes sense. But now I could just go this and hold up Gust. That's fine. So they can go 2, and then untap the Haven land. We Gust this Cavalier. Which they top. Probably gonna hold this back, right? The jump block. Well, this is awkward. Guess we're just passing? Kind of awkward. I actually don't think I want to let them block with the elf, because that's one less devotion from my Nykthos. And because I'm missing land drops, it's like I kind of need this devotion in play. Yeah, see, they just top it again, like... guess I can, like, tap their elf to hit the Kiora for 2? Is that even good? It's probably better than doing nothing, and it does put more devotion in play, so... guess it's fine. So they cast the Kiora again, or excuse me, they cast the Cavalier again. Resolves. I mean, I could have maybe bounced the Kiora in response, but I don't really think that's good. They found Storm, too. Not looking great, chat. Not looking great. They have 7? They just have Storm in hand. I'm just gonna have 6. Sit back and enjoy the show! Drew way too many reactive cards. Now, we could maybe overload Rifts. That is not going to let us overload Rifts. Probably need this to win. And then the trample creature. Go. Alright, do your worst. Here to bounce Gab in response to untap to cut off 3 devotion. Maybe. That's just, I feel like that's a losing line, though. Like, I don't have any pressure. Like, what am I doing with my... like, buying a turn? They're just going to cast it next turn, and I can't... like, I don't have any good play to make next turn, you know? Like, I honestly think it's better to just hold the Cyclonic Rift and try to overload it. You know? It's like, it's just delaying the inevitable at this point. I don't really think there's a point in casting the Cyclonic Rift for nothing. Should I make them do it? Because they like, kind of tried to time me out game 1. Got Shadow Spear. Cool. Yeah, I can overload it next turn. I guess if I don't die... oh, they're just going to kill me with Hydra. Alright, we're dead. Game 3. Wonder if that means I want the Masters. Because they are kind of like pressure. You know, it's like that game was a great example. I just drew a bunch of like interactive spells, but I couldn't really do anything with them. Because I was just kind of, like I said, delaying the inevitable. You know, I wasn't pressuring them, I didn't have anything else going on, and... yeah, the Overload would have been gas. Alright, give me a Leyline, please. Oh, I should have specified. Leyline plus more lands. I'm gonna keep this hand and not be too happy about it. I know, right? 2 Leylines. 2 whole Leylines. I think it's better to just upkeep this. Not sure, but... it's like a bit of a tempo play. Okay, there's the Leyline. Not horrible. So I have Fae Leyline. Which of these do I want? If any. I'm likely just going to cast a Leyline next turn. This is kind of tough. I could take the Shredder. But, like, I don't think the Shredder is good after Leyline. I'm just gonna put the Days Undoing on top. Part of me winning this game is definitely going to involve setting up the combo. Bro, they have fucking Skylasher? Oh, come on. Why are they playing this card? God damn it. Yeah. Go. It's frustrating. I think that card is so bad in mono green, but okay. 2, 4. I don't know why I'm doing this main phase. I guess I want to hit a land. Hit a land. Go. I don't even know if it's that good. I mean, it is good against spirits, but it's like only good in exactly one deck. I don't really think it's worth. I mean, yeah, you're the problem with playing Skylasher is you're giving up Karn sideboard slots, and like you draw Karn almost every game. You know, like giving up some of those Karn sideboard slots are really, really valuable, and I don't really think it's worth playing Skylasher because like I don't even know if it improves your matchup by that much. Maybe it does, but it is good against spirits. I'm not saying it's bad against spirits. I just don't think it's worth putting it in your sideboard in the first place. Is what I'm saying. They kind of bricked on that one. Fine. Maybe if I find Narset, we might be okay. My 5 mana. And granted for not really that much. I guess we're just gonna pass and try to tap some stuff on their turn. I mean, I could maybe try to go after Kiora, but I think that's kind of pointless. We're so dead. You're so dead. Because they have 6 devotion with the Kiora. Sure. Draw a card. Kind of a frustrating match. I feel like this matchup should be really good for us, but if the next ship is sideboard Nykthos, maybe. I'm just gonna scoop. We can't win. Alright, 1 and 3. God damn it. Yeah, frustrating match. Munitions is a nice one of. Alright, round 5. This has been a really frustrating league. I mean, I guess I keep this and just hope I draw lands. Put back the Rift. Seems like got some cool tempo elements, I guess. This record isn't close to 5-0. I mean, what do you want from me, man? I'm trying over here. I saw that they're not buying the cards for that much. I did see that. What are we up against? Dauntless Bodyguard. I accept. I think Turtle Power is mostly mentioning for online, but I mean, I don't know if I don't really pay attention to paper prices. I know that online it's like kind of low, but I don't know. I don't really know what the paper prices are. So I should have tapped this on combat, huh? Especially if I'm just gonna play this anyways. Guess I just took 2 damage for no reason. You draw land, which is nice. Attack. We draw another land, then we're chilling. But I think the black-white humans deck is good. I think the humans deck that I would recommend is the Bant one with company. I saw the black-white deck, and I don't really see the upside of playing that over Bant. I'd much prefer to be on the Bant version. Same EV online as Kamigawa. That's pretty bad. I opened a full art Renin 6. I haven't sold it yet because GoBots was only buying it for like, I think they were buying it for 32. And I figured I could hold it to make a, maybe get a little bit more out of it. I think all the Kamigawas are like insanely low value online. I don't really think there's a good Kamigawa. Alright, no blocks. Just gonna try and rip a land for Master. I could also maybe just slow roll it, play the Gadwick for 1 if I draw land. Which honestly maybe is just better. Thalia's Lieutenant. Oh boy. So now I can Gadwick for 2? I take a lot of damage by doing that, right? If I Gadwick for 2. Because I don't really want to block with the Trickster if I'm going to Gadwick next turn. I guess I can block with the Gadwick because I have a backup. Because they're just going to go land, animate, Mutavault, Lieutenant. That's 3, 6, 9, 12. I think it's still worth casting the Gadwick here. Because it also digs me closer to Cyclonic Rifts, which is like the only way I can beat that stupid card, Brave the Elements. So I think, oh, well, there's the Cyclonic Rifts. Pretty good. Do I have enough to Master of Waves and Rift next turn? 3, 5, 7. No, I'm too short. They are not firing up the Mutavault. Does that mean they have double Master or double Lieutenant? Okay. So this is what, 12 damage? I could probably go to 4. Excuse me. Yeah, I could probably go to 4. It'll be fine, right? So I'm at 4. I guess the Rift also costs 1 extra with the Thalia. Nykthos would be insane here. Okay, so I have, what, 9 total mana, and the Rift cost 8. So I guess I'm just gonna Rift this turn, right? Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna Rift. Playing against Black-White Humans at the moment with green light. Nice. I feel like if you're playing the Humans deck with Company versus the Humans deck without Company, I assume you should be a pretty big favorite. I kind of hope they just fire up the Mutavault here, because it's going to eat a lot of their mana. Because I can just tap the Mutavault with Gadwick after I cast the Cyclonic Rifts. Oh, yay. Well, still, the Company deck should be good against the non-Company deck. My point still stands. Alright, you may go to combat. I activate my trap card. You've activated my trap card, opponent. I guess we're still going to lose to Brave the Elements. 9 cards in the end, by the way. So they have Bodyguard, Thalia, Bugler, Lieutenant. So they go Thalia plus Bodyguard plus Lieutenant if they have a land? They may not have a land. Yeah, I don't think there's a way we can beat Brave the Elements. Oh, definitely not now. Choose a color by creatures. No, I'm saying this turn. Like, obviously we're not going to lose to Brave that turn, but I'm saying we still lose to Brave now. You know what I mean? I think I'm just going to go Shredder Master. Tap this thing, I guess. Shredder, make blue. Make it Master to trigger the Shredder. Discard. I think I discard the Nykthos, because I kind of want to bounce something with Otawara here. So I can go discard Nykthos, Master Token. I guess I want to play around like a generic removal spell too. So we can go bounce the Bodyguard. We do still lose to Brave, though, so I want to leave, I think, 1 extra creature back in case they have a removal spell for Master. So attack for 5, and then we should easily have lethal next turn. Yeah. Alright, don't have Brave. Prage no Brave. Prage no Brave. Yeah, I just don't really think there's anything I can do about that. Like, I don't... All my cards are sorcery speed. Obviously, if I had Leyline in play, it's a different story, because then I can cast my spells on their turn to tap their stuff with Gadwick to play around Brave, but... Oh, actually, they could do a cool trick. They could, like, go to combat, force me to activate the Gadwick, and then if I don't, after attacks, cast the Brave, after their creatures are already tapped and attacking. Anyways, that's off the table, because we don't have the Leyline, but... Well, they don't have Brave, because they're thinking this long, so... The question is, can they survive? I highly doubt it, right? Especially with the Gadwick, to tap a blocker. I don't think they could survive. They have 14 attackers. I doubt they can survive. Right, yeah. Alright, cool. Didn't have Brave. Did not have the Brave. Alright, Crypt, Sphere. I think the Rift is good, but I kind of want to keep it in the sideboard for the Fae of Wishes. Gust is bad. Honestly, I think this is going to be a no changes situation. No changes. Submit. What did we lose to besides Mono Green and Phoenix? What was the first loss to? Anybody remember? No, the Rift is Fae of Wishes. Because we have 3 Fae of Wishes, so you want to keep it a Rift in the sideboard for Fae of Wishes. This hand is really bad. Oh, yeah, we lost to Neoform. Yeah, okay. Oh, no, we beat Neoform, right? I thought we beat Neoform at the Witness Protection. Didn't we literally rip Witness Protection to beat them? Speaking of which, this hand's okay. It's not great, but Bodyguard. Kind of want to save the Witness Protection. It's also a double spell turn with Shredder potentially. It's most of the reason I want to save it. I'm just gonna slam. Shredder looks a little dicey now. Because now if I Shredder, they can just make the Bodyguard bigger. I guess I can go Shredder this turn. The next turn, hopefully draw land. And then I can go Oracle, Witness Protection on the Aspirant. I don't really think I can afford to play a 2-drop here, or a 1-drop. I think I have to use all of my mana. So I think I'm just going to get the Shredder in play, which is better if they play 2 spells on their turn. Yeah, I know I can Trickster, but like they're also not that unlikely. They are pretty likely to double spell here, like 1-drop plus the 2-drop or something. It's not with Mutavault, but I want to at least give myself the opportunity to trigger the Shredder if they have 2 spells this turn. Because like I feel like if I Trickster and they have 2 spells, I'm gonna be too far behind at that point. And at least the Shredder like digs me to my 3rd land. Like if I go Trickster and miss on land 3, it's a lot more awkward than if I do it this way. But I guess if they don't have 2 spells, they need to find a 3rd land anyways, but... Well, shit. Your turn. So, I'm gonna just hope that they don't put a counter on the Archon, I think. I guess nobody's triggering Shredder now. Jesus Christ. That's not good. Could have maybe tapped an Aspirant before combat, but... So they're putting a counter on the Aspirant and the Archon. I guess I can tap the Archon. Tap the Archon and maybe trade for the Aspirant. Yeah, Archon is really good against Shredder. Just not going to offer the trade. Actually, I might just double block here. Double block's not horrible. You only get the trade for 1 creature. I don't know how I get out of this, though, with missing land drops. Okay. Give me a land, please. Alright. We're going to go to game 3. A lot of missed land drops this league. And I could have mulliganed, but I was already on 6. Hand had, Witness Protection, bunch of 2-drops. Thought it was fine. Archon is dope. Should change your screen name to Archon is Bay. Alright, play first. Just give me a Leyline. Surely I won't miss my 3rd land drop with double Oracle, right? There's no way I miss my 3rd land drop with double Oracle, right? Right. So if I don't draw a land first, I'm going to lead on Oracle. If I do draw a land, then I'm going to lead on Shredder. But, yeah, we'll see what we draw, obviously. The curve of, Aspirant into Archon is such a beating. Both those cards are so good against us. I know, right? Alright, cool. Big shreds. Wait. Big shreds. Maybe still being in league makes it so I'm able to finish it, even though I don't know the cards. Oh, because you were in a league before the thing ran out, before the full access ran out. Yeah, it'll let you finish the league. It's pretty cool that way. Ooh. That's a good draw. I'll play that one. Doesn't get me to land 4, but it gets me to Days Undoing, which is also pretty good. Activate. Any Days Undoings? Second Narset or Rift? I'll just take Rifts. I'll take the Rifts. I wasn't sure, so I didn't start the league. Yeah, the best thing is right before all access ends, the night before or whatever. Even if you're not going to finish a league, just join a league and then play it the next day. Whenever you retool the deck, it feels like we've needed to overload Cyclonic Rift every game. I mean, how would you overtool it to benefit that more though? Because we already have max Nykthoses. We're playing. I guess we could play a 3rd Rift main deck, but we have 2 Rift main deck along with 1 in the sideboard so that we can Fae of Wishes for. I guess you could play what's the 3 mana 2 in a blue search for an instant or sorcery card. You can play that card, maybe. But I feel like that card's really narrow. I guess it finds Days Undoing, too, which, honestly, maybe that might be like a fine one or two of. Yeah, solve the equation. Portable Hole. Rude. Because I wish I took the other Narset. How often do they do these all access things? I feel like once every couple of months. I think what I want to do is go Oracle, don't activate Narset, and just hold up Rifts. Yeah, I like this. I mean, they missed a land drop. We'll be fine. Yeah, they usually have like certain events that they're doing it for. Ooh. A Wild Days Undoing has appeared. Is that one good? I think that one's good. Athalia? Alright, fine. You have Athalia. I cast Days Undoing. Your turn. I end my turn. The question is, do they want to keep playing? Alright, they do. I'm in. They have an Archon of Emeria? Portable Hole. Alright, you got it. No cards in hand. Narset dead. I'll take one. Probably just play a Chadwick for 2. Yeah, we'll just play Chadwick for 2. I guess I have to discard if I play Chadwick for 2, huh? Could just go like Trickster Borrower, make more devotion, Chadwick for a bunch next turn. Let's just do that. I think that's better. It would only be 1 island. Yeah, I should have technically left up 1 island. Because I had 4 lands total, right? So I could have tapped 2 islands and the Nykthos to cast the Days Undoing and have one mana left over. But it's not like I can cast anything with 1 mana anyways because of the Thalia, right? Should have bounced the hole. I didn't have enough mana, right? I don't think I had enough mana to bounce the hole. 4, 5, 6. Play Gadwick for 3. Turn they cast Thalia, and before you cast Days Undoing, you had 1 blue and a Rift in hand. So, yeah, I guess what I could have done there was, in response to Thalia, bounce the hole, then untap and cast Days Undoing. I think let the Thalia resolve, I didn't mention that, but I did notice that play. But yeah, I probably should have bounced the hole before the Thalia resolved. Alright, we got a 3-2. I don't know. I feel like some of the losses were just kind of like some variant stuff, you know, like we got 1 outed against Blue Red Phoenix, missed a bunch of land drops in some other spots. Deck feels definitely powerful. See, it's kind of weird, right? As good as Ledger Shredder is, I wonder if it's just not where this deck wants to be. Because the problem I have with Shredder in this deck is you basically have 0 1-mana cards, right? So you're not really triggering Shredder that much, so the onus is you're basically playing it and saying, you know, please trigger my Ledger Shredder in order to get kind of some card filtering off of it to find your combo pieces, which I think is, like, not really that good, because it's really predicated on whether your opponent can trigger it, and most of the time people just don't trigger it. So I wonder if those should just be something else. I know that before we were playing Witching Well for some card filtering, so like, you know, 1 mana scry 2, later on if you have some extra mana left over, draw 2 cards with it. So I might rather just go back to the Witching Wells. I did like Witness Protection, that card was good. I think I like that addition. And then, yeah, Oracle's great, Trickster's great. I think the 3 Narset, 3 Days Undoing, 1 of each in the sideboard, that's perfect. The other option is you could cut the Shredders and play a 3rd Rift to solve the equation, and then maybe like the 4th Witness Protection. Because I think solve the equation, being able to find either Days Undoing or Cyclonic Rift is kind of cool. So maybe playing that as like a 1 or 2 of might be good, just to give you more consistency in setting up Days Undoing plus Narset. Or if you have a bunch of leftover mana, when you have like those double Nykthos draws, then you can find Cyclonic Rift with it. So that might be interesting. I do think Shredder is a good card. I'm not going to tell you that Shredder's a bad card. I just don't think this is the deck for Shredder. So that's where I would look towards. I like everything else about the deck. And sideboard, maybe could do some moving around in terms of the Fae of Wishes package. Like, I don't know if you need both Mass Manipulation and Invoke the, whatever this card's called. Invoke the Winds. I don't know if you need both of those. You want to play more creatures? I mean, we're at 22. I know, people just want to, like, people want to make this into an aggro deck, but the way that we're building this deck, it's not an aggro deck. This is a Days Undoing Narset combo deck, or a Cyclonic Rift combo deck. I'm not trying to jam, like, Thassas and the Fourth Masters and, like, all these, you know, this is not an aggro deck.